Yep, this is it.
For Alex Gonzalez,
Pays the bills.
this is his livelihood.
2 60-inch mowers.
So when his truck, trailer, and all of his lawn care equipment were stolen last month,
They stole all my lawnmowers, all my 2-cycle stuff, the weed eaters, the edgers, the blowers.
he panicked.
It's a cutthroat business. If you're not there on a certain day that you tell your customers are going to be there, they look for someone else.
Police found his truck and trailer in Miami, but all of the equipment was gone.
Yeah, right here is where they cut off.
And his catalytic converters on the truck
Yeah, there's one here
were missing.
and there's one on the other side. Yeah, from Miami to Lake Worth, that's where I found my truck. That's what it sounded like.
It all cost him about 65 grand to replace everything.
Basically lost everything, and then I'm back to square one now.
Catalytic converter thefts more than tripled nationwide between 2020 and 2021, with over 65,000 cases.
When they sell them, they go for anywhere from $75 to probably about $400 or $500 on the market.
Ron Katz says at his Midas shop in West Palm Beach, they've already serviced 6 vehicles with missing catalytic converters
This big can?
just this week. They're now installing cages, like this one, around the converter to help keep thieves away.
They have precious metals in them, so what's happened, they're worth some money on the black market, as I'll call it.
The problem is, this is so easy to do. Criminals use a saw like this one, and they cut it right off the car. Kat says it only takes 30 seconds.
And what they're doing now is they're going after vans, commercial vans, because they sit higher, so it's a lot easier for them to get under and saw them off.
From under the car
Well, off of the sales floor, it's pretty easy because the stores are pretty busy.
to inside the store.
More than usual, for sure.
Joe DePasquale, who works for AutoZone, says criminals are targeting pretty much everything car-related right now.
So they'll put their hands on anything that they know they can turn around and flip. Tools are one of the things that go very quickly. They're expensive.
Something Gonzalez knows well.
They love to take these.
He's been busy recouping what he lost.
On to the next one.
I'm Contact 5 consumer investigator Jessica Bruno, WPTV, News Channel 5.
Okay, thank you.
This Caribbean market in Lantana
Sell a bunch of produce, a bunch of meat.
has been in Joseph Abden's family
A lot of the people here recognize me from when I was a kid.
for almost 20 years.
This store is home. This is my childhood. I was basically born and raised here. It was my first job. It's my dad's pride and joy. He came to America with nothing and he built this from the ground up.
So, what Abden says happened late Thanksgiving night
And they got through our security system.
was devastating for the small business.
They damaged a lot of products within the store, specifically the registers. They broke into them hoping to find cash.
Abden gave Contact 5 these photos from the crime scene, taken shortly after the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office arrived. You can see where the suspects allegedly got in, busting through a back door, breaking into the safe, and stealing cash from the register. And Abden's dad discovering it all the next morning.
So it's unfortunate he felt that on Thanksgiving someone felt like they needed to rob his hard work rather than spend time with their family.
And unfortunately, before breaking in, the suspects found this camera outside and covered it with a sock. And then once inside, they destroyed the entire security system, according to the victim.
More often than not, if a family comes or they can't afford groceries, we will cover it. The family business will send them on their way.
How are you? Good?
And Abden says because they've received so much support from the community in the days following the robbery,
This is the gift for the holiday.
they gave away free groceries to some customers on Monday to say thanks, while they wait for PBSO to find whoever did this.
The love and support that we've been met post the robbery, we've been doing it a little bit more in the name of the holiday season and to give back since the community has been so supportive and people have been, helping us and trying to fundraise. It's been amazing.
I'm Contact 5 consumer investigator Jessica Bruno, WPTV, News Channel 5.
The sweet sounds of a kitchen at work.
Feels great. It's a relief, to be honest.
Chef Brent Gauthier is in his happy place at Buzzy's.
Yeah.
Back to serving food.
All over this floor completely.
His restaurant on Lee Street had about 5 inches of water from Hurricane Ian.
We are literally almost the only ones open downtown.
He's one of the lucky ones.
We had to come in right after the storm. We dropped everything at the house. We actually left the house and came here to make sure our baby was taken care of.
As you move through downtown Fort Myers, the signs of Ian's wrath are everywhere. Debris and memories piled up along the street.
We lost pretty much all the food.
At Mason's famous lobster rolls, the staff is trying to get back on track.
Words cannot describe what it looked like when we first walked in here.
Owner Dominic Cucciolo shared this video of Mason's right after the storm brought 18 inches of water inside the restaurant.
It's tough, but emotions have to wait till later because it's just, you know, we came here and just immediately started to work, and we can't worry about that right now.
Yeah.
We'll have to worry about the damages, that kind of damage later.
Because he knows how good it will feel to welcome customers once again.
We'll rally and we'll get back open and start serving lobster soon.
You know, the people are what got us to this point.
Inside Treasure Coast Newspapers'
falls off of it.
Printing plant.
I'm all in this room, yes.
The hardworking men and women are always at it, surrounded by the equipment designed to bring you that fresh paper each and every day.
I like working around all the equipment.
Alan Madero started as a press worker decades ago.
Right after high school.
First in Vero Beach at the Indian River Press Journal.
Still cranking away.
Todd Mangan, a manager now, started at the Stuart News in 1984.
So this is a picture from Stuart. I'm this guy. I had hair back then, so.
Both Todd and Alan then moved to this Port St. Lucie facility in 2004, when all three Treasure Coast papers consolidated into this facility, part of that newspaper evolution. So many memories.
Yeah, because the paper's still got to get out.
Oh yeah, a lot of memories.
Now that evolution has finally caught up to the press workers here in Port St. Lucie.
We knew one day or another it was going to happen, but we didn't think it was going to happen this quick.
Sunday, they will produce their last newspaper in this building.
The reason that's happening is because of our digital focus. This industry and the way people consume news is increasingly digital.
TC Palm executive editor Adam Neal says all three Treasure Coast papers will be printed in Broward County starting next week.
As sad as it is for us to see this happening, the readers are really going to see no difference.
Adam still expects those papers to be delivered on time.
A little bittersweet still, just, you know. But
Todd and Alan knew this day would eventually come.
Call myself, you know, retired or semi-retired.
So many jobs out there right now that we should be able to find something.
46 full-time and 27 part-time workers are here.
We are trying to take care of them as much as possible.
The facility will shut down, but the hard work these men and women have put into these papers lives on forever.
Paper's still gonna keep going.
In Port St. Lucie, Alex Hagan, WPTV News Channel 5.
Morning, everyone. We've got traffic for you.
Bottlenecks, frequent stops, frustration.
Cars are in the middle of the intersection. No one can get through there.
The morning commute on St. Lucie West Boulevard.
All day long is just a mess.
At sunrise, sometimes sooner, James Rich starts his daily drive.
Traffic has just increased exponentially in the last 5 years, I would say. It takes longer to get to work.
In the first mile of his weekday morning commute to Riviera Beach, James runs into heavy traffic by the Renaissance Charter School.
This school, this close to the intersection at this time of the morning has really put a challenge on the roadway.
A quarter mile away.
We're now turning onto St. Lucie West Boulevard. This is the beginning of really the worst part of it. It will back up from here.
A backup at rush hour. Busy all day long.
Every day, all day.
I have sat here for, 10 minutes on some days.
The Florida Department of Transportation's traffic counts show more cars and trucks driving on St. Lucie West Boulevard than on any stretch of the Florida Turnpike in St. Lucie County. Does that surprise you?
No, actually it doesn't surprise me. It's the price of growth, but it's also the price of proper planning for a city that was never properly planned.
Mayor Shannon Martin says developers did not plan for traffic tie-ups when building Port St. Lucie as a bedroom community for seniors. Road crews are widening St. Lucie West and Port St. Lucie Boulevard, the city's two busiest streets. All of this to ease the traffic crunch.
We still have a lot more people moving to Port St. Lucie than, ever before, and as long as that continues, we're just going to have to keep doing our very best to keep up with it.
Keeping up may not be easy. Port St. Lucie's Planning and Zoning Department reports the city approved construction for almost 50,000 new homes Many are expected to be built soon. That's because Port St. Lucie has what most communities in the Palm Beaches and along the Treasure Coast don't: land to build on.
But people keep coming here. That's the problem.
James Rich says his drive home becomes a problem when the I-95 northbound off-ramp at St. Lucie West backs up to the interstate.
It's more of a traffic hazard getting off 95 at 5:30, 6 o'clock because you're going 60, 70 miles an hour or more down to stop traffic in a right lane. Extremely dangerous.
How hopeful are you that the traffic infrastructure will catch up to the population?
Very hopeful, and sooner the better.
In Port St. Lucie, Dave Bowman, WPTV News Channel 5.
It was a rough night.
This is the kind of unbelievable video we will replay and break down for you. But the people in this video, the innocent victim trapped in the burning car and the deputy racing to free him, never want to see it again.
You can hear someone in agony, pain, yelling for help.
This is the deputy.
Go out, I do my job.
Timothy Maxwell of the Volusia Sheriff's Office.
I drive anywhere from 200 to 350 miles a day.
Almost exactly 3 years ago, a half-dozen drivers reported a wrong-way driver on I-95 near Edgewater.
We had time to shut the interstate down at all the exits.
All shut down, but a few vehicles had already gotten through. Racing to them, he watched one truck flip to avoid what another car could not.
Saw the explosion from the two cars making head-to-head contact.
Agonizing minutes will follow here as Deputy Maxwell chokes through thick smoke, smashing and crying, refusing to back down through searing heat.
I didn't know if this thing was going to blow up, but at the time, it's not something that I even cared about.
A vehicle traveling northbound, wrong way,
hit a car head-on going the wrong way.
Wrong-way crashes are so destructive.
4 lives lost, sadly lost here.
The Florida Department of Transportation has spent years studying more than 1,600 off-ramps on the hundreds of miles of interstates.
We can see almost every inch of the freeways.
Daniel Smith and Alexandra Lopez,
our operators here get that notification,
say the only time alarms sound at FDOT District 4
any injuries reported
is with a wrong-way driver.
Proud to serve 17.
These team members scan screens, track speeds, and help first responders.
4 all lanes are open.
Recently, 911 calls, FHP reports, cameras, and ground-level lasers have all been tied together to address this epidemic of wrong-way drivers.
So there's a lot of computing horsepower that happens behind the scenes here.
And in coming months, something you'll only see if you're headed the wrong way. New signs with flashing lights will face backward. Next up, the southbound exit ramp at Blue Heron Boulevard.
How to make you understand, hey, you're going the wrong way. If the driver doesn't turn around, we have direct connection from this center to that equipment.
That system could start the chain of alerts to warn other drivers using the many digital signs over the highway. And Google and Waze would warn those using the apps.
Give you time to get off the roadway.
Improvements that can't come fast enough, according to Deputy Maxwell.
Feeling the heat, the flames, I remember looking down into the vehicle and I could see the fire coming up his legs.
Keep going, keep pulling.
He eventually freed that innocent driver, a man from Boca Raton, saving his life. And he prays for the victim he saved.
His way of life has been altered forever. As long as you're still here on this earth, you have a chance to make things better.
Keep going, keep going.
Systematically, heads down, tools up, they carve the Abacoa greenery like a choreographed dance. Under that unforgiving Florida sun, impact landscapers keep things moving like this every week. Until that is, they hit that one stretch of homes.
Go get my truck. You want to show them how the truck works? Yay.
Before he even hit two,
Where's the lawn man?
little Hudson Vonk
We follow them down the street.
hit Passion Pay Dirt.
That's a good way to get them over here easy. You just say lawn men. Are you happy that the lawn men are coming?
Spending certain mornings at
Yay.
Grandma Nancy Morstadt's house.
He would say, Nanny, lawn man, worker.
Since he was able to walk and come outside.
Okay, come on, let's go see him. Let's go see.
This now 2.5-year-old
Let's get your leaf blower. Okay, you ready?
has his own set of gear.
We could not get him in the front door because he would want his tools back and forth. Look at that.
And a new set of fans.
Hudson, yeah. He's a little celebrity in the neighborhood.
Like Impact owner Joe Floyd,
They know about Hudson. They know.
who can't help himself from bringing Hudson
That was so enjoyable watching that little guy. He loves it. It's awesome.
You got a lawn shirt.
yet another set of gear,
Yeah.
just like his heroes.
Maybe when he gets old enough, we'll hire him. Summer job.
It's just so nice that they're so great with it. These are nice men, right? Bye, yay! Aww.
There's more to it than just
You gotta look the part, man.
a simple haircut.
It's about putting smiles on faces. Yeah, man, definitely. Definitely. You see the interaction.
Apart from that perfect grooming,
I like the conversation. And you're like, yo, why am I thinking about this?
Terry Francisco values even what his clippers
Feels good to get stretched, man.
can't touch.
That's what it's all about, relationships, man.
The moments of levity,
Hear that sound.
the bonds he makes.
They become friends.
Friends who have kept coming to Terry's hair studio for more than 2 decades.
There you go. Take your time, take your time, take your time.
Including this one.
Take your time, take your time.
On the younger side.
Alrighty, alrighty.
6-year-old Xavier. WPTV's Keely Ferguson's son. A few years ago, Xavier had a tough time sitting in this chair,
And then everything made sense.
having just been diagnosed with autism at the time.
About to start. Quiet hands, quiet head.
Keely wondered how she could ever get her son comfortable as he deals with anxiety and sensory sensitivities.
His therapist came in one day and coached both Terry and I on how to walk Xavier through getting his hair cut. Even when he doesn't want to come see Mr. Terry because he doesn't want to get his hair cut, he's able to still get through the process because he has a good relationship with Terry.
It's a cone. Ready?
Now, every few weeks,
There you go.
How you feeling?
Good. Great.
You're feeling great?
Yes.
it's no big deal.
What are these?
These are called scissors.
The laughs and bonds Terry shares with his other clients. Xavier
As quiet as a mouse.
gets that too.
Yes.
I think for me, what is so special about coming here is that the community around us understands what's going on and they don't ever make us feel shame.
A quick cut with a reward
Okay, right in the wheels.
and proof that a little off on the sides
Can I look at the picture?
doesn't have to be short on connection.
Appreciative for it, and I'm appreciative for their relationship.
In Riviera Beach, Alex Hagan, WPTV, News Channel 5.
That's heavy.
For those of you who wonder where I spend quite a bit of my time, it's right here on the driving range or on the course.
I never play like that.
Comes an addiction. Just working on my golf game.
That was better.
When we're above 40 degrees, that is.
Might play Saturday, but Sunday is just too cold for me. And it'll be easy to get a tee time because I doubt anyone else will be playing, especially Sunday morning.
I mean, no one would want to play Sunday morning, right?
Oh.
There's just no way.
Yep, I love it.
Then we met Mary.
Hey, Mary, I see you out here playing on Sundays. Are you going to play this Sunday? It's going to be 32 degrees.
Yes, I'm scheduled to play with the Sippin' Sisters on Sunday. The cold will be an excuse for my game.
Turns out quite a few tee it up no matter what.
We still get those diehards who will come out if it's pouring rain or
30, 40 degrees.
Michael Armett at Sandhill Crane Golf Club says those diehards may see a distance drop Sunday morning too.
Cold weather does a few things that can impact your game. One in particular to the golf ball. Air is really cold. It's a lot more dense. The golf ball is not going to really fly as far.
I know the cold weather impacts my golf game because I play extra bad in cold weather.
You can use that as an excuse.
Some advice if you plan on playing.
Dress warm, keep the bodies warm, and keep your balls even warmer.
Yeah, good advice. But you know what?
Yeah.
I'll take a pass on Sunday with my snuggle alert flag flying. Into Cuesta, it's Steve Weagle, WPTV News Channel 5.